to Brainwreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Grant.
And this is the best show on the internet.
Back again for another week. It's not Wednesday, folks.
It's not Wednesday.
It's Thursday.
Whew.
It's Thursday. So you got a nice drink in your hand, or whatever your drink of choice is.
Well, we're talking WrestleMania tonight, so I had to bring out the Stan Lee.
Oh, Stan Lee. There you go. We got some Miyazaki on there. Is that what I'm seeing?
Well, I had something on there that I had to cover up, and I had this free sticker.
You know what? That's like, I've done that before too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, with a Yeti, I use quite often.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, but we are here usually each and every Wednesday night.
That's right.
YouTube.com/BrainwreckTV. Tonight it is Thursday because your boy here had a bit of a long. Oh, you got a ticker.
We got a ticker going.
Yo, that's sweet.
Yo, we got
read the ticker. Yeah, I had a busy day.
You're a busy boy.
I'm a busy boy. Listen, running a business is a lot of work.
He's an entrepreneur, director,
every now and then,
writer.
Boy needs to, just lay his head down. 20 minutes.
Totally.
Because that's sometimes all you get. But yep, we're hanging out here. This is going to be our WrestleMania Aftermath show.
Woohoo!
And I think we're going to get straight to it here in just a moment. But before we do that, subscribe.
Oh, please.
Ring a notification bell. Follow us on YouTube. Leave a comment. Hang out. Stick around.
Yeah, and we're gonna do a little merch plug here too.
Get
a shirt, support us, support the show, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
All of the fun stuff you need to know. Okay.
So
then let's just jump right
fella. I have a feeling we are going Broadway tonight.
We're gonna go Broadway
because we have a fuckload of wrestling.
We're 3 minutes in. We have never not had at least like 15 minutes of preamble bullshit nonsense. We're getting right to the meat.
There's so much to talk about.
There is.
There's so much to get into.
Yeah.
And I feel like the first thing I want to talk about before we get into the show, because listen, folks, a lot happened. Some hot angles, some new champions, some bullshit that went down to. We're going to get into all of it. But the first thing to start off, I want to talk about the WrestleMania prep. Getting ready for the big show.
Individually?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I talked about something last week. Something that was near and dear to my heart. It's near and dear to the boy's heart. Because as excited as he was for Jey Uso to go against Gunther so that he could yeet and that he could win the title and all that good stuff, he was just as excited for the Little Caesars pretzel stuffed crust pizza.
We talked a little bit about this last week.
We sure did. And so I've been hyping it the whole time because that's what you do as a parent. Okay. Like if you are a good parent, you are essentially your child's Flavor Flav. Like you need to go out there and you need to make things exciting. You got to make magic in the world. You got to get them excited about some fucking bullshit like some pretzel crust stuff pizza from Little Caesars and watching fucking WrestleMania. God damn. And so I said, don't worry, buddy. Like I got the app. Okay. And we can go to the pizza portal. Okay. So I'm going to put in the order for 6:30. And then that way we swoop in. It's 3 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
Swoop in. We get our pizza. We're back home. We don't have to watch any of the pre-show bullshit, which I put it on before we left. And I took the boy with me. So the wife and the daughter had to sit there and listen to the pre-show bullshit.
Oh, dude.
And when we came back, they were so upset at us.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They were like, this was horrible.
I would have been upset with you.
This was like, I was like, what did we miss? And they're like, something weird about somebody being in the hospital or them doing a Make-A-Wish or something. And she's like, I didn't like it. Whatever it was, she wasn't a fan. But anyway, we go to get the pizza and there's a line out the door. Like everyone had the same idea.
Yeah.
everyone. But with the app, if you go in, you get the pizza portal. You go in and you put the code, and you can just take it out of the thing. It's the pizza of the future. But it wasn't ready. The pizza was ready at 6:53.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. And so the whole time, and of course, like the whole time, I'm like baiting the boy on.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna make it, man. We're gonna.
Oh, dude.
Like we're gonna miss WrestleMania. Like also knowing that like fucking Jelly Roll is gonna be like 25 minutes before they fucking do anything.
You like that is one of the things I kind of do enjoy about the PLEs right now. Pardon me. Is you can miss the first half an hour of the show completely.
Yeah, totally.
But by getting there 30 minutes late and then fast forwarding through all of the nonsense, you'll be caught up in like 12 minutes.
It won't be long.
It won't be long.
It won't be long at all. Well, that was night 2. I started late.
Yeah.
And I was caught up in no time. Like I was fucking right there with you.
You're getting preamble to every match. You're getting promos. You're getting commercials. You're getting random musical performances by people who are there. And then you're getting entrances, which sometimes are cool. Other times it's a paid ad placement.
Yeah. Some weird choices.
We'll talk about that too.
Really, and one in particular, which I'm just baffled by, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
So we get there, and we get there just in time. Oh. Like we're walking in the door. It's like 7:01. They're doing Then Now Forever. So like I'm like, we're good. And so he was sweating bullets or whatever.
Right.
So we're putting up the pizza and getting it on the plates and everything's going. All of a sudden he hears "ooh-so," and so he's got his pizza and he's eating at the same time.
Just eating the pizza all over the place.
Cheese and salt are going everywhere. Like it's like raining and I don't even know. But the pizza, I gotta say, is fucking tremendous. It is absolutely delicious, except they oversalted the fuck out of the thing because it's a pretzel. So like, not only did they put pretzel on the fucking crust of the thing, they just took a heaping thing and just on the whole goddamn thing.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. So like, and it was good. Like if it did not have that, top tier Little Caesars pizza. Let's be honest. But that salt, brother, it was tough. It was.
So they put it on more than just the outer crust.
Oh yeah.
So not only do they want to just like fill you up with pure oil and grease.
Well, I feel like it's one of those things where like the memo from corporate just didn't quite make it. Because that happened. Like we once got a Cinnabon coffee from Taco Bell because they had that partnership with Cinnabon. And
what are we doing?
And the woman at the drive-thru window hands it to me, and she goes, "Don't drink this." She goes, "I have to give this to you, but I know it's not right." And she goes, "But this is how they told us to make it, but I know it's wrong, and I'm going to give this to you, and just tell me what any other drink you want, and it's on the house." And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yo, but you know what though? That's a real one. That is
real.
Somebody looking out for the customer.
Totally.
That is somebody who deserves to be in a higher up position.
100%.
Yeah.
So I can't say that I recommend the pretzel stuffed crust pretzel pizza, but it was for the experience and for how much I got to pick on my son. It was definitely worth it.
Yeah. Good. I'm not saying I'm going to, but I'm not opposed to giving it a shot.
If you can get it somewhat fresh.
Like I would probably have to eat it in my car if I really wanted to get the true experience.
Totally.
Which I feel like is the ultimate Little Caesars experience, eating a pretzel stuffed crust pizza outside of the shop in your car.
Yeah, in between classes.
Like, not even in between classes, just like I'm going out for the afternoon and I'm going to sit in Little Caesars and just eat this greasy, salty pizza.
That's like that's like Ben Affleck just trying to get away from J-Lo. He's just sitting in the car at Little C's. Just
do you ever like hear him after he gets divorced?
No.
So like, I hope he's okay. I just hope he's doing okay.
He doesn't seem like he seems like a guy that has no idea what he wants, has no idea what like an actual relationship is, and is just going through life.
Well, it's funny because like every time he breaks up with somebody or gets divorced, I know we're talking about WrestleMania here, but real quick Ben Affleck tangent because he brought it up. It's always like he's always gushing. They always say how he's gushing with respect for all of like, oh yeah, like they're such a great person, yada yada. I'm like, what? So what happened?
Yeah.
Like, is it just incompatibility? Because like that's a valid, case.
Totally. Yeah. But, yeah. Anyways, he dropped all the Dunkin' that day.
He's just over it.
Did you ever see him fucking open the car door for J-Lo and then slam the fuck out of it?
He to me seems like a guy who like he just wants to hang out.
Totally.
Like he just wants to hang out.
He just wants to tell dick jokes and like hang out and have a beer.
Yeah. Well, maybe not a beer because he was having that whole.
Well, I mean, he wants one, but like,
shouldn't.
Yeah. Shouldn't. Anyway, WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You got the card.
You got your pizza. Well, I don't get to talk about my prep.
Oh, I thought you did.
What?
Ben Affleck.
That wasn't. Fuck you. How about my time to shine?
Yeah, what'd you do?
I made.
Well, you said you were gonna make a schmorg.
I made. Oh, we didn't make a smorgasbord. Because you ever like invite people to do something and feel as though they think you're just having a laugh?
Oh, like you're not serious?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the Star Wars marathons.
Yeah, but we still show up.
I know you did. I wasn't expecting that. Every year for 9 years.
Well, so this is kind of like a two-part situation because went out. Actually, didn't go out. Oh yeah, I went out like a day or two earlier. Got groceries.
Oh shit!
And specifically prepared for the event because I was like, I ain't doing no last minute running around. I want to sit in my shorts and just chill out all day Saturday, and then make some food. Made some Frito pies or some walking pies, as some people call them.
Walking tacos, sir.
Walking tacos, Frito pie, walking taco. Fucking amazing.
Sounds tremendous.
Yeah, I invited a bunch of people, but I got no response. But then I remembered it's Easter weekend.
That's true.
So everybody's probably with their family, and I'm just like, who wants to watch John Cena versus Cody Rhodes? I'm making Frito pies. Get over here by 6. No response.
Don't worry, guys. We're having worms and dirt. So it's a religious thing.
So I ate Frito pies for 4 days.
Oh my god!
But I wanted to. That was the thing.
Yeah, I mean that was a treat for you.
Yeah, so I went out and bought myself a 6-pack.
Okay.
So I had some beers.
A 6er. Yeah.
6er, and just got myself cozy.
Totally.
And then Christy went and grabbed her Switch, and then we tuned in. We locked in. Well, I did. She didn't. She was locked into her game. I was
totally
Mania.
Yeah.
But with that, let's get to night one.
And just so that everyone knows, for the record, we were constantly texting.
Yes.
Back and forth, and that is going to be the reference point of my notes.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, let's get right into it here.
All right. So night 1, match 1. We've got Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship.
That's right.
Do you want me to go on the whole card or like?
No, we'll go match by match.
We'll go match by match.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So we knew this was going to be the opener, right? This was pretty much told.
Yeah, it was reported like the day before or that day, one of the two.
Yeah, and so the first thing I said is Jey comes out and he's coming out to the crowd, right? And I was like, who did he piss off? Because fuck the WrestleMania ramp. Trying to get to the ring from where the fuck he was, I was like, that dude has to go like 5 miles.
Right.
Like he has to go two fucking football fields. What the fuck were they thinking? And not only that, but like, I don't know if he was like super nervous.
I wanted to talk about that.
Or maybe he was trying to took a little something to relax.
Was getting saged with Travis Scott.
Getting saged with Trav. And he was out of it.
He was
He was so out of it.
Seemed lost.
Yes.
Just like
the whole time.
Blank look on his face. Just seemed like not that he didn't know where he was.
No.
Just like he was constantly trying to like actually be in the moment.
It was like to me. It was one of two things. It was either he was on a substance, or
he was either drinking or something,
or he was trying really, really hard to remember his spots, and by doing so, he forgot to do any type of actual emoting or interacting with the crowd, or interacting or selling. Well, I mean, he sold, but like the facial expressions just weren't there.
There were no facial expressions
at all.
None.
Match itself, I thought was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
I thought their Saturday night's main event match was better.
Yes.
And interesting having Gunther tap.
Which I have a theory to that.
Okay, let's hear it.
This is something that I saw on I saw somebody on Twitter actually call this out and call out why it made sense.
Okay.
And listen, I don't have this confirmed, so take this all with a grain of Little Caesars pretzel pizza salt.
Totally.
Apparently, Gunther has a history of tapping out super quick, especially to a rear naked choke.
Oh, interesting.
Because I guess when he, what the fuck is that guy's name from NXT? There was a match. Dragunov, when he beat Gunther in NXT, he got him in a sleeper, and Gunther tapped like immediately. There were other clips of him tapping out like relatively quickly. Same when he was like on the indies, like same exact situation. So I guess if you look through his match history, there are instances where that has happened before. The problem, though, is most people probably don't know that. So either they made him look weak, they referenced something that nobody knows about, or it was just like a quick, do this sort of thing.
Well, the thing is, like, if you want to establish that, you have to establish it. Right. Like, whether it's your first time or your 50th time,
right?
You have to establish it,
right?
So, I think whether people knew it or not, the fact that that's part of his canon is great.
Yeah.
Because listen, like, everyone needs a weakness.
Yeah, I mean, like, and like if that's his weakness, that's fine. But this isn't Ric Flair going to the top rope. This isn't the Hurricane trying to choke slam somebody.
Okay.
Like, nobody knows that Gunther taps out super fast.
Yeah, but now they do.
But do they know?
They will next time. And then it can become a thing.
Yeah.
Which will work into like maybe a submission match down the road or something like that.
Yeah.
But I love the idea that submission is his weakness.
It's his weakness. Like, if you can lock in a good submission,
right?
That's his weakness.
And it gives somebody like a Chad Gable a reason that he can beat Gunther, which I love.
Which they had some bangers
back
when they were feuding. Like, I thought Chad should have gotten the title at one point.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to him. My God. We'll get to him.
But yeah, so then, like, after Jay wins, again, very much emotionless.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, maybe he's just overwhelmed. maybe he's trying to hold back emotions and he's doing it too much.
But when his brother was in there, and they had to do the emotional moment, like it was there. He did deliver on that. But yeah, something was just not right. And then
I mean, like even if it was a situation of like, holy fuck, how did I get here?
I mean, I think that's probably a big part of it.
I think that's a big part of it too, because like literally his whole thing for the past year is based on a drunk promo he and Cody Rhodes did.
Well, I was going to say this too. I don't know if you saw the press conference.
I didn't watch any press conferences, but I know he was drunk during that too.
I don't know if drunk is the word.
Oh.
He was fucked. He was not. He was beyond slur. He was like Jeff Hardying it.
Oh my god!
Like it was. He was making no sense into what he was saying.
Why let somebody like that go out there?
Because of the Eat thing. Who knows what's gonna happen? It's the fucking like Eric Bischoff fucking mentality of like something's gonna happen and we can capitalize.
We don't know what, but it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a little off for me. I thought the match was fine.
Yeah.
A good way to open WrestleMania. I honestly thought he was gonna lose. So like
Jay?
Yeah.
I you know, if Gunther won, it would not have surprised me.
Yeah.
Would not have surprised me.
Next we had the tag match, right?
Yep, we had the New Day versus the War Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, they weren't the War Raiders. What were they, like the Brawlhalla team, the Castle Crashers, whatever fucking promo they're doing with a video game right now?
This was egregious. This was
the New Day came out with this like slick entrance.
Oh, so good.
Nice gear.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking like stars.
Yep.
The War Raiders came out with like the LOD pads from the old WWF merchandise,
the foam
page in the magazine, just like the merch stand shoulder pads.
Mm-hmm. What a rush!
Who approved this?
Money approved this.
Money, yeah. But overall, I mean, quick match. Again, thought it was fine.
Thought it was fine. I thought that, you know, we were expecting Big E. You know,
something.
We were expecting, and that was that. Honestly, I think that at first I thought Jay's out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then New Day goes over, no Big E, no nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like you have the hot tag team right now, who's now the champions.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why they have so much heat is because they ousted the most beloved person in the world from their team.
Yeah.
And then there's no follow-up, no resolution. I mean, I know that there is technically still time, but like.
But he was, I mean, Big E was doing your pre-show. The entire pre-show.
He was at the event.
He was there.
And like people are booing this team because of the lack of Big E. Excuse me.
You could have had such a big moment. Mm-hmm. And it was like, it was at that point already where I'm just like, oh, they're gun shy here.
I think they're done with that angle.
Oh, they're just moving on.
I think it's done. Because when did that happen? That happened what? Like, was it last year? Like the tail end of last year, or like earlier this year?
It was last year.
Last year? Okay, so like it's been months.
Because they were heels for the Rumble, right?
Yeah, I think they were. But it's been months, and there's been no follow-up, no return to that.
Well, I mean, follow-up seems to be not their thing anymore.
Dude, we're going to talk about that.
We're going to fucking talk about that. God.
So yeah, I mean, overall, again, the match was fine. You know, glad for the New Day getting.
Oh yeah, justice for Kofi. You know,
but you know, like getting the win, getting the titles again, setting a new record, which I feel like that is a better record than what we got night 2. But yeah, I think you know, first 2 matches, fine.
fine.
They were fine.
But I definitely wouldn't say they were WrestleMania quality matches.
I think when you go back in history, like they're gonna be Mania or WrestleMania quality matches because of the outcome. Because it was Jay's first title, his world heavyweight title win. It was the New Day setting the record. So I think that they'll get sort of like that WrestleMania prestige because of that. Not necessarily because of the match itself, but like when you later on see these like best ofs, those two matches will be on there because of what the outcome meant.
Right. So what was the next one?
Match number 3, you had Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
Oh, okay. This one, we got to see a lot in this match.
We did.
We got to see a lot of Naomi. We got to see even more of Jade, and I thought it was, fine.
I thought it was fine. Like Jade looks strong. That spot at the end where she had her in like the electric chair and then tossed her in the air, turned around and powerbombed her.
Yeah.
Fucking folded her in half.
I was like, Concussion City, brother.
But I mean,
Population you, bro.
Nah, I mean, I think that was just kind of a rough landing, but all in all, that's, it's not the worst. But then again, it could be.
I will say that we have to talk about this because this is unforgivable.
Okay.
Listen, I don't want to be that guy.
Okay.
And to all you ladies out there, do whatever you want.
And again, just so everybody knows, this is Jason Axe talking, not Kevin Graham. I'm going to be over here.
Do whatever you want. This is just one guy's opinion. I would suggest that we stop doing the skin-colored fabric on the outfits with the zipper that bunches to make it look like you have back folds and make it look like you have unnatural lumps in your spine. And it's not because you do, it's because your skin colored in between your outfit stuff is bunching. And it's so fucking distracting. It happened on Jade. It happened on Charlotte. It happened on Tiffany. It happened on fucking what's her name? The bird lady.
Oh, Lyra.
Yeah. And I'm just like, guys, like it's not working. It's not working.
And Blakely's
she was
an award winning. So
yeah, she was.
You're getting information from an award winning.
I'm going to tell you,
seamstress.
There was one outfit. She had to leave the room. It was so egregious, and we'll get to it. Okay. I'll point it out when we get there.
So solid match. Match number 4, you had my man Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight for the U.S. Championship title.
Jacob coming out in a fucking dope mask.
Jason Baker again for the win.
That guy
knocking those out.
He can do no wrong.
Phenomenal. He cannot miss.
Yeah, he's fucking phenomenal stuff.
Tom Savini guy right there.
And then you have this fucking weird car entrance of LA Knight.
I have never seen a man going through a worse midlife crisis.
It's like, but bro, like it doesn't work if you're not driving the sports car. If you're cucked in the sports car, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work.
I still don't know why people like LA Knight.
I don't know either.
Like, I don't get the fanfare. I just don't get him. And I know like that's a me thing, but he also hasn't done anything to win me over.
He's like a he's a great value pro wrestler.
Sure.
Like is he a pro wrestler? Yes. Will he sometimes come through for you? Sure. But for the most part, you're getting a basic model. And but like, he might be able to get you across the finish line.
Yeah. See, now if they gave him the gimmick of a man going through a midlife crisis.
Oh, fucking tremendous.
He'd be top shelf all the way.
Isn't that the Miz though?
No, because like the Miz is just the Miz.
He's his
you know
own
what I mean? Like he is gone. Like he has surpassed any labels.
In
like,
EWR, he would have unique gimmick.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
That's a reference for you fucking nerds out there.
All four of you. Yeah. So like the match overall, I thought it was good. Some cool spots. Jacob's fucking maniac.
He's fucking tremendous.
Yeah.
Thank God he went over.
Yeah. I will say the counter on the moonsault to the fucking whatever, the blunt force, the move or whatever weird thing that LA Knight does for his finish.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it was really just Jacob Fatu moonsaulting onto him anyways.
Right.
But cool idea.
Yeah.
You know, it worked out. I got what they were going for and I appreciated it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But man, you could not let Jacob Fatu out of there without winning. Like that was the right move at the right time.
100%.
And it's going to pay off.
He should never lose that belt.
Did you hear what he said when he was being interviewed after it was like a day or two after or whatever?
No.
He was doing, I think, like some podcast and they were like, so like with, like this being your first big title win, like, what are you going to go like contract and everything? Like, what was the first thing you went out? Or I think he was talking about his contract.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, what's the first thing that you were thinking about going out and buying? And he was like, oh, I just wanted to make sure my rent was paid on time. And I'm like, that's a guy with priorities.
Totally.
Like, that's a guy who understands.
Yep.
He is aware of his surroundings.
Totally.
And he's like, oh, I'm making all these big bucks now. You know what I'm going to spend it all on? Rent, my mortgage.
And make sure the bills are paid.
Like if you give me a lot of money, that's all going to one specific place. That's going to Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill, Mr. Escrow.
Mr. Bill, Mr. Escrow, Mr. Government.
I will say I popped super hard for this match, mainly because my son, my son goes, Daddy, who are you rooting for in this match? And I go, oh, well, I'm rooting for the scary guy. He goes, who's that? I go,
what? Valid question, because have you met a man going through an awful midlife crisis?
I go, what do you mean?
Fucking scary.
Are you trying to tell me that the man who came out in the sports car is just as scary as the man in the werewolf mask?
It is. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because that could be you. Werewolves don't exist in real life.
Well, that and the kids are into wolf masks and shit, and like they're just wearing them all the time, and like that's a friend now.
Sad middle-aged men exist. Werewolves do not.
So I explained who I'm rooting for, and I go, okay, bud, well, like, who are you rooting for? And he goes, the referee.
Oh, that's nice.
And I look, and it's Charles Robinson, and I go,
yes,
clutch.
That is the right.
That's the right move in that one.
Yeah.
So Charles is still over.
Dude, fucking A, man, little Nate. Still strutting and counting. But yeah, great showing for Jacob Fatu. So pumped he went over and he's got that title.
Absolutely.
Like, seriously, strap the rocket on him.
Him and the meanie.
Him and the meanie. Blue meanie all the way. I'm still a meanie guy. Okay, following that, you had El Grande Americano versus Rey Fenix.
This was fucking weird, man. Like, you talk about some bad timing for poor Rey Mysterio. God damn.
Yeah.
Because I assume that was legit. Because for Rey Fenix to get a WrestleMania spot, like he just got here.
See, and that's such a fair assessment. My thought, okay, so like if Rey is like if Rey really got hurt, then super bummer. Because I love Rey. That would have been a hell of a match.
Totally.
But Rey Fenix as a substitute, solid. I think what it could have also been was, let's book Ray in the match now.
Mm-hmm.
With the understanding that we're going to see how Ray Phoenix sort of plays to the crowd.
Sure.
Does the crowd accept it? Do they get it? Do they understand it? Is he understanding, the WWE match mechanics, essentially?
Right.
Does he have all the bells and whistles? Does he know how to work in this environment? If he doesn't, it's going to be Rey Mysterio.
Right.
If he's over, we're going to have to switch it out to Rey Phoenix. So I think maybe that could have been it. But again, I don't. This is one I can't judge. Because I know Ray has had, like Mysterio has had, like, knee problems.
Mm-hmm.
I think they mentioned it was his knee.
Yeah, I think it was his. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was his knee or groin. It was his groin.
It was his groin. Okay.
Yeah, which he's had surgery on that before too.
Right.
Enhancement, I believe.
Enhancement. Yeah. Good for him. Good for him. But so I don't know.
But
overall,
poor fucking Dragon Lee. They're just gonna fucking skip right the fuck over him. Holy shit. Let's get the new toy out there. Fuck me.
Again, I feel like there's a boat of guys again, right? Like your Dragon Lees, your Austin Theories, dudes like that, where I'm like, did they piss somebody off?
Were they Vince's boys? Like, what happened?
Like, well, I know.
I know Austin Theories.
But like that motherfucker beat John Cena 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's doing shit on the slammies.
Jobbing for Jey Uso. So
jobbing for Burt Kreischer and fucking doing the slammy thing. Like what happened?
Got to pay your dues, brother.
I thought his dues were paid. Anyways.
So actually this would be a perfect time to talk about the news that hit before WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
WWE buys AAA. Wow. Weird.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. Within the next 2 years, WWE buys New Japan.
I feel like that's not out of the realm of possibility.
They're hurting. They're hurting bad. And WWE wants a foothold in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And they may not, because they do have a relationship with Tony Khan, and they might give him first crack at it.
Dude, TNA had a relationship with Tony Khan.
That's fair.
I mean, AEW's got some booking issues.
AEW has a lot of issues.
They've got a lot of issues.
Yeah,
no, I mean, I don't. It's one of those things too where a lot of people are going to be super jazzed about it. A lot of people are going to be whatever, and a lot of people are going to be like, they're trying to kill the business.
Yeah,
because they're trying to buy everybody up. I'm kind of just like, cool.
It's a little bit of all of it.
It's a little bit of all of it, I don't have any strong beliefs one way or the other. I mean, ultimately, if AAA needed financial support or they were ready to close up and WWE was like, we'll buy you. I mean, I can't fault a business for saying we're going to sell to the biggest company in the world because we can't, like, we're not interested in running anymore, or we have financial problems and would like to make a very lucrative deal. Because I can tell you what, like, they weren't going to get the kind of money from AEW if that was ever up for grabs.
And honestly, here's the alternative. Mm-hmm. You get NXT Mexico. And then you get run out of business anyway.
True. But here's an interesting thought that came up when I was having a conversation with friend of the show, Ryan Bergman.
Ooh.
And actually, I'm going to try to pull this up because there was like a very the possibility of redoing Lucha Underground.
Oh yeah, didn't they just get the rights to that or something like that?
So this is what Bergman was telling me. Like I can't know why I can't find it here. Search function works, people.
Well, if he would just be on for the show, we could just ask him. But he has something better to do on a Thursday night, apparently.
Let's see. He did say I guess it also goes with them trying to get the Lucha Underground trademark as well, which has been interesting because there are a lot of people, more than I realized, in the WWE who were like top stars in Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
I mean, just name a few: Karrion Kross, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Chelsea Green, Penta, Rey Fenix, Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio, yeah. And Chavo would be up to do anything, I'm sure.
Yeah. And then rumor is they just got Jeff Cobb.
That's right.
Who is also Lucha Underground.
Yep.
So like you can look at it and go, maybe there's something there. And like they have been hiring like a lot of Mexico-based wrestlers lately, luchador styles. They've been really pumping up a lot more.
Yep.
So it makes sense, but it's also like, this could have also been the game plan all along. Why you sort of saw a resurgence of the LWO, why they're starting to get a lot of the top lucha talent. And then boom, they announced AAA.
Totally.
So
there you go. But let's talk about this match. And let's talk about the entrance of El Grande Americano.
Okay.
Because the wife came into the room.
Right.
Because when she heard, she's a big fan of Starbucks, that there was a wrestler called El Grande Americano and what the gimmick was.
Yeah.
She was very interested.
Yeah.
And he was played down to the ring by a mariachi band in lucha masks.
Was it the Star Spangled Banner or it was like it was like one of the rah America rah-rahs, you know?
Yeah, America the Beautiful, or one of them. Fucking tremendous. Unbelievably great.
I will say one thing. Went on a little bit too long.
Yeah, I mean, it's that ramp, honestly.
They were taking their time.
They need to bring back the cart. Let's speed it up a little bit.
You just need to make a shorter ramp. Guys, I get it. Like, you want to have this big illustrious thing for WrestleMania. Like, you also just sold me on, we're going to scale down all of our arena entrances because, we want more seats and stuff. But like, put everybody closer.
But how? I mean, we already can see that like Stone Cold can't make those turns, which we'll get to. But anyway, this match, tremendous match. Fucking, I mean, it's Chad Gable and fucking Rey Fenix. Like, unbelievably great.
Were you surprised by the moonsault senton gimmick that Gable hit?
I'm trying to remember, to be honest.
So he went for the moonsault, but did like an additional rotation.
Oh yeah, so he did fucking looked like he fucking killed himself on it too.
Right.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I saw a lot of people who were like, "Oh my god!" And I was just like, "What? Did you not think he could do that? Like, of course he can. He's Chad fucking Gable."
I thought he could do it, but I thought he fucking smashed the back of his head.
There's also that. Yeah.
That was the oh my god. I was like, brother, I get it, but fuck. God damn.
But yeah, fun match. Great showing for the two of them. Solid. Good stuff.
But it does go to show El Grande was going to go over the entire time. He was going to beat Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yeah.
If that was going to be the case. So, which 100%. I'm going to count that as a prediction correct for me. I'm going to take a win on that one.
There you go.
And I still fucking love the loaded mask gimmick. It's so preposterous.
I didn't catch him doing that.
Oh, really?
And so when Rey went down, I was like, "Oh fuck! Did he just get injured?"
Oh, you didn't see the loaded mask?
I didn't see him. I missed him loading the mask.
It's so stupid. It's wonderful.
Christy looks over to me and she's like, "Wouldn't that hurt him too?"
Yes.
And I was like, "No, because it's padded. Because you see, he's got a pocket, and on the inner side of the pocket, it's a pad, and then the outer side of the pocket, it's thin fabric." So it'll hurt the other guy, but not him because there's that little pad.
Yeah. It
makes sense.
It's so stupid. It's wonderful. So I was very entertained.
Yep.
Loved it. 5 stars, whatever the fuck Dirt
Solid.
Cheese says.
And then the match after that, you got Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the Women's WWE Championship.
What are your thoughts on this match?
They were throwing some potatoes, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good match. A little bit rocky, I would say. There were some moments where I was like, "Oh, there's somebody sandbagging." Oh, somebody's missing the cue.
Yep.
Oh, there's yep. Ooh, that was stiff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Way too long.
Way too long.
Way too long of a match. They gave them way too much time.
And that was 19 minutes.
For 2 people where it was questionable if they were actually going to cooperate, you fucking ballsy. Giving them 20 minutes. I would have given them 13 max, and we'll see what happens.
Right.
Like, fuck. And it was fine. It wasn't like, I thought it was probably the weakest women's match on the weekend.
Okay.
Which is saying a lot, considering. But fine. Glad they didn't give it to Charlotte. And I want to give you a minute. I want to give you a minute to talk about here because you, sir.
I wanted to bring this up.
Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
Okay. I have to address some rumors. So last week on the show, I stated that it's weird that they're focusing so much on John Cena winning. I thought it was weird that they were focusing so much on John Cena potentially winning a record-breaking 17 title wins.
Yes.
When Charlotte Flair also has 16 title wins.
You think that would be just as important?
Where's the justice? Also, the daughter of the man who holds...
Not Becky Lynch.
Not Becky Lynch. The daughter of the man who held the original 16 world titles. Ric Flair.
Right.
16-time world champion.
Totally.
John Cena. 16-time world champion. Charlotte Flair. 16-time world champion. So I was just trying to posit and make a case of why, Charlotte Flair should also be getting those flowers.
Right.
Or at least also being in the discussion of that. People did not like what I had to say, mainly due to the fact that everybody said I was wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Which, in a number of different ways, told me I was wrong and needed to do research before I opened my mouth. Because Charlotte Flair only has 14 title wins.
Which is like 2 off, brother.
2 off. That's 2 less than I said.
Right.
And I said no. Because they were like, I forget the exact number, but actually, I got it in front of me. Hang on, let me pull this up real quick.
He's got his Here's the thing too. I also want to point this out. We do this show on the fly live every week. We're not researching anything.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing though. I'm still right, and I'll explain why.
Okay, let's hear it.
6-time Raw Women's Champion, 7-time SmackDown Women's Champion, 1-time Divas Champion, 2-time NXT Women's Champion. And I was told by people on social media, you're wrong because 6 Raw, 7 SmackDown, and 1 Divas. And I said, plus 2 NXT, which equals 16.
Right.
And the flack I got from you people.
So much.
Telling me I'm wrong, telling me I don't know what I'm talking about, trying to make me out to be some bad guy. When all I'm trying to do is give the accolades and the flowers to Charlotte Flair for being one of the most accomplished women's wrestlers. Scratch that. One of the most accomplished wrestlers, period.
He's pro DEI.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But not that involves, not that has anything to do with this conversation, but sure. Charlotte Flair, one of the most accomplished wrestlers in the history of the business, and you want to take something away from her?
Oh.
You don't think she's deserved a little bit of respect in that regard? You don't think she deserves
only a man
have that stamp next to her name? Only John Cena? We're only going to give it to, the man, not Becky Lynch. So I proceeded to argue with people and say, no, you're wrong. It's 16, and here's why. The two NXT. Right. And then I got people saying like, oh, do you count, the OVW title as well? To which I simply said, has the OVW title ever been defended at WrestleMania? Has the OVW title ever been defended globally in other countries? No. The NXT women's title has.
Yep.
They'll be like, oh, NXT is developmental. It doesn't count. Okay. Was Charlotte Flair in developmental when she beat Rhea Ripley for the NXT women's title at WrestleMania? Was Becky Lynch in developmental when she beat Tiffany Stratton for the NXT women's title? Please tell me if they were. Is Ricky Saints considered developmental talent after having a run in AEW and being one of the hottest free agents in the business? Is Ethan Page, who had a run in AEW and was one of the most talked about wrestlers for a period of time, are they developmental guys and gals that have been doing it for years, who know the business, who know the craft? Are the Hardy Boys in developmental when they debuted in NXT a few weeks ago? Because please tell me, and I'll explain to you why you're wrong. The NXT title, the men's and the women's, deserve to be considered as world champions. And then somebody else chimed in and said, no, the NXT title is not a world title. It's not in the name. I said, okay, like I will take that argument as well. And then let's take away John Cena's 13 title reigns when he was the WWE champion.
Mm-hmm.
And people on the other show were defending the World Heavyweight Championship. Everybody wants to have it both ways. I'm laying out logic and reason based on the information that was given to me by the company. And I know they said 14 on the show, but they're wrong. So they're wrong.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
And of course, when people started harassing you, I had to do some research.
Yeah.
I had to form my own opinion because, like,
sure, yeah, you got to do your research.
You're my bud, but like, I've also seen you do some things that I also don't agree with. So, like, I've got everything with it.
Nothing nefarious.
But everything with a pretzel crust, grain of salt.
Yeah.
And I'm on your side. And here's why. What are we comparing it to?
Exactly.
We are comparing it to Ric Flair's World Championship number. Guess what, folks? That number includes World Championships from multiple companies. NWA, WCW, WWF. Guess what? NXT, just another company. Levesque said it himself when he was fucking taking over the goddamn indies, and nobody wanted to believe him.
And I would also argue this. NXT airs on USA Network every week.
Mm-hmm.
It is treated as a third brand. You might not have the top stars in the business
Sure.
razzling on it every week, but it's considered the third brand. It's airing weekly on television. And don't come at me with this, oh, well, they've got WWE Evolve on Tubi. That is a legitimate developmental program.
Yeah.
Okay. It is labeled as such. NXT is a brand. It is part of the top line WWE shows.
That's true.
It counts.
Listen, I've seen them ticket prices. It ain't no developmental ticket prices. They're doing that fucking 4-shot here in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, you want to go see fucking NXT? The cheapest ticket you're paying for is $40. And it's like, I don't know who any of these people are.
Right.
So what am I paying for?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, where the fuck are we on this card?
Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton. I argued why everybody is wrong. You agreed with me. Charlotte Flair is a 16-time world champion or 16-time champion. Top line.
Whatever.
Not the best was like somebody was like, well, does that mean the U.S. title counts as a world champion? Like, no, fucker, because the U.S. title applies to the region of the United States.
Well, what about the Intercontinental title? Because it's multiple continents. Right.
The world encompasses everything. Okay.
Okay. Well, okay.
Because if you don't know, because if you're wrestling out in the middle of the ocean, you're not on a continent.
Sure.
But you're in the world.
Right. Okay. So this only applies to Lex Luger.
What do you mean?
When he slammed Yokozuna on the battleship, and
no, they, you fucking asshole. They were still. They were not out in the middle of the fucking ocean.
No, but they were on the water, right?
Water is still owned up to a certain area.
Well, listen, like my land,
like
is your
the U.S.
land.
Isn't just the states, like international waters.
Sure, you can gamble there.
Yeah, you can gamble there.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's move the fuck on. We are at time, and we haven't even gotten to night 2, brother.
Oh, we said we're going long. I actually just closed the window, so you got to give me a second.
Well, we had the main after that, right?
Yeah, the main was the triple threat match. You had Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman Reigns fighting over the love and affection of Paul Heyman.
Yep.
Which
he gets his flowers, folks.
Give me my accolades. Give me my flowers. Give me my 17 title wins.
Give him the pencil.
Give me the pencil. I want that pencil.
You got one?
This pencil isn't sharp, but it's ready to be.
You know?
So you never know. It says navigating through dimensions or something. That's what it says.
Right on.
Yeah, but man, I feel like this was also kind of obvious too.
It
was not a unique prediction, I will say.
I feel like they did the thing of Seth not stomping on Heyman as a curveball, but it also exposed everything.
Yeah.
Because for those who didn't think it was a possibility, it made it a possibility. So thusly, there was no surprise.
Right.
And I will say this was the match in which the wife got so offended at somebody's outfit that she had to leave the room.
Oh, okay.
And it was, in fact, the trash bag entrance of Seth Rollins. And not because of the fact that he was wearing a literal trash bag.
With a flamethrower.
But because Blakely said that the seams were so egregious and that she knew that he paid so much money for that outfit.
Yeah.
And that it was not made correctly. And that, she was appalled. And she had to leave. And I still don't know what Seth Rollins is. He's a flame-throwing garbage bag pile of Jesus. Like, I don't understand what's happening.
That was very much, what I got.
And I don't know if he was going for like a fiery devil, trash bag devil. Well, he was going for a dumpster fire.
He was going for a dumpster fire,
Jesus.
and then being reincarnated into Jesus.
It was Easter Sunday.
It was Easter.
Well,
Well,
the
it
next
was Easter
day.
Saturday.
Easter Saturday.
Yeah.
Good Saturday.
Fine
Saturday.
A fine ass Saturday.
It was Good Friday. It was fine ass Saturday.
And then Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday. I'm here for it.
You know.
And then CM Punk coming out to the Cult of Personality.
A little bit of living color in there.
Yeah, well, he got the second entrance or the main entrance, the third entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Best entrance of the weekend, Roman Reigns. By fucking far. The graphic overlay that they did of the Bloodline family tree where they put Yoko on there.
And I don't think that was.
Do you think that was in person?
I'm pretty sure those were hanging in the arena.
Were they really?
I think so.
I just thought they did the weird like Oscar mask thing that they do where they just do the graphic overlay. But if that was in the arena, that's fucking tremendous.
I'm trying to pull up.
There's like his dad just passed away.
Yeah.
And so for him to be able to give his family lineage that fucking moment,
that was really cool.
It was like I got emotional. I'm like, I don't even know these people, and I got emotional about it. And so like I thought by far Roman Reigns had the best fucking entrance of anybody on the weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stage or the set reveal again. Those appear to be hanging from the ceiling.
That's fucking awesome.
Because when I saw them, I'm like,
rad.
Because when I first saw them in the set reveal, I was like, oh, that's gonna be cool. You're gonna be able to like show all different stuff on that. And then when they did the Bloodline stuff, I was like, that's fucking sick.
Yeah. And then kudos. Well, here's what I'll say too. WWE production was fucking off all weekend.
Let's get to that in a minute. That's at the main event here.
Well, at the main event, then we'll get to the main event,
and then we'll talk production, then we'll finish up with night 2.
Sure.
Yeah.
So your thoughts on the main?
Good.
Fine.
It was the best match on the card that night.
Yeah.
I would put that like. It's definitely in the top 5 matches
of the weekend.
Of the weekend.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Which it doesn't really say much.
No,
but
fucking doesn't.
It was good. Again, I feel like with night 1, what you really got was the payoff, or at least the build to the next thing.
Right.
Or you got the moment. So you got the moment with Jay. You got the moment with the New Day. You got your moment with Paul Heyman aligning himself with Seth Rollins.
Right.
Match was good. Match was solid. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed the ending of it. I like how they went through all of that. Again, like it wasn't a unique prediction. I feel like once things were set in motion, you kind of knew what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the most obvious thing is the best thing. And I feel like in this case, that is what told the better story, because now you have something to run with for the next 12 months, essentially. And with a little bit of the carryover starting on Raw.
I would have changed one thing.
Oh, go ahead.
I thought it was too predictable that Paul Heyman was going to low blow Roman Reigns after CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would have been way better and a way more fucking impactful spot. You get the low blow to CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman does the same thing. You get chair to Roman Reigns. I thought like the pointing out the shield thing was a little too fucking on the nose.
Yeah.
Like it didn't have to be that way. But you get Paul Heyman going to the corner where Seth is against the ropes, right? Seth is against the ropes. You get Paul Heyman going to the corner. Roman's about to hit him. He goes to swing. Paul throws a fireball in his face.
Dude,
because Seth did the fucking flamethrower entrance.
Yep.
To telegraph it. And a fucking fireball at WrestleMania, goddamn.
Goddamn. I mean, but also like the fireball spot is such an old school spot when it's an old school spot and a cool spot when it's done right.
Yeah.
A lot of people fuck it up. But also I feel like Paul Heyman is the type of guy like he's been through all of that. He's been through that era where fucking they were just flinging them willy-nilly without any issue. So like that kind of makes sense for him with like the history he has in the business. Like, you know, kind of know that from the managers he worked with and like his stint as, you know, with the Dangerous Alliance and all of that. Another way they could have done it too, and I feel like this would have only worked on television, is because what was it? I forget who brought the chair in initially.
It was Paul.
It was Paul. Oh, Paul brings the chair in. Okay.
Because Paul has the chair, slides it to Punk, and that's when Roman looks like he just got cucked.
Yeah. Do that whole situation as it happens. Paul gives the chair to Roman. Roman goes up and starts threatening Seth. You still get the whole no, all that stuff happens the same exact way. But as the camera is focused in on Roman Reigns looking down at Seth Rollins from behind, Paul Heyman hits Roman Reigns in the back with the steel chair.
Oh, shield
a la Seth Rollins hitting him in the back, way back when with the shield, all those times afterwards. And it is, again, it is the knife in his back.
Yep.
That gets him every single time.
Better. That's better too.
Every single time. And it's not because the thing when you do those low blows, I mean, like you can usually see it coming a mile away. And you could see it with Paul. You're like, he's getting himself positioned. He's kind of slouching down a little bit. So you know it's coming. But like, and sometimes you have to sacrifice the surprise for the live audience to get the TV payoff.
Yeah. That's a bigger audience.
That's a bigger audience. But I mean, like the audience and the live audience there is going to see what he's doing and they're going to start reacting. So like,
I will say I saw the saddest thing.
Okay.
Online after it was a guy. It was a guy, clearly his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Filming him at WrestleMania, watching WrestleMania on his phone because he couldn't see what the fuck was going on. Yeah. And I know they paid big money to be there.
Yeah.
And it's like, brother, it's not.
I mean, sometimes people pay just to go. That's really what it is.
People pay money at Disney to buy shit.
People pay money at people buy tickets to WrestleMania to buy shit. Yeah.
It's wild.
It's just the way it goes. But I think, you would have gotten the sort of like that reaction from the crowd where they see what's happening. They know what's happening. So you start to kind of get all this fervor in the crowd. But then people at home are like, yo, what's going on? What's happening? And then smash cut. Boom. It works on both ways. But, it's just a little different experience for each side.
Each side, right.
Yeah.
So best match on the show by far.
Yeah.
We knew it was coming. But it's welcome because like Seth needs a new hold.
He needs a new hold.
And we'll get to what happened on Raw. At probably 1:00 in the morning here. But anyway. Production. So let's talk about production.
Let's talk about the production because I had issues.
I think you're right. Ever since they went to Netflix, something's up.
Something's off.
Something's happening with this company. Okay. Yeah. Something is going on internally at WWE, and it's fucking everything up.
So I have thought this about the last few shows, PLEs that I have watched.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it is very reminiscent of Kevin Dunn.
Oh, fuck.
I have been noticing some like quick cuts in between spots, cuts like in the middle of moves, like random cuts to crowd reactions where they're not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
It seems a little bit away from what they were getting to last year because every single week after WrestleMania up until a point, it was, dude, they had the sickest shot on Raw. Dude, they just introduced this drone thing. Yo, they've got people going out there doing oneers.
They're doing
going
cinema.
through the crowd, doing cinema. But like the production is banging. The camera angles are like you would always get those like top-down views. You're getting a ton of drone stuff. You're like, this feels like a new product and it feels cool. I don't get that anymore. And it's not because it's just been a
there he
matter
is.
of time.
Holy
Hey,
fuck.
Ryan Bergman.
God damn. TKO got in the bag. Quality doesn't matter anymore. Now it's that's the future security.
Yeah. But like all that stuff that was going on. And like even if it was the same oneer, because dude, I fucking love a good oneer.
Oh, give me a good oneer any day. Fuck this drone shit. It's overplayed. It's for the birds.
But like it looked good. It looked cool.
There was a point.
And then they pulled back.
There was a point Easter Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm at my mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just had our Easter dinner. WrestleMania had started, so we're throwing it on. Yeah. You know, as we're cleaning up, and we have to go. We'll have to go back and pick up the rest of it. But fucking Bianca Belair's making her entrance, and she's coming down, and they're holding this shot, and I'm just like, cut. What the fuck? Cut. Like, it's Easter Sunday, and I'm screaming in my mother's living room. Cut to camera 2. What the fuck are you doing? Mm-hmm. Everyone thought I was crazy.
Yeah, there was something weird going on with the camera cuts.
Mm-hmm.
Was the audio off for you?
The audio was like they were fucking with the crowd noise.
Yes.
And it seemed like they had canned crowd noise ready.
Mm-hmm.
And because they did, they quieted the actual crowd. Yeah. Because they were quiet as shit, except for like certain points where they were fucking super loud.
Yeah. So, and it was funny too, because Christy was sitting next to me and she even made a comment. She's like, wow, like it's kind of a dead show. Like,
yeah,
like it's not loud. And I was like, my feeling is that they were lowering the volume of the crowd. Because I've been to Mania. They are long shows and it can be tiring, but I also know how rambunctious and how loud that crowd can get.
Totally.
Y'all came to Monday Night Raw with us a couple months back. You know how loud it was compared to what they had on air on television.
Oh, it was unbelievable. Like the heat Dom was getting.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Goddamn.
It was. Yeah. So when I'm watching it, I'm like, there's no way the crowd is this dead. Like, it's an okay match, but it's fucking WrestleMania.
Right.
There's no way the crowd is this quiet. And then something would happen and you would kind of hear a and then like there would be points throughout both nights where, look, I know I had, you know, some drinks. I know I was feeling a little extra cozy.
Sure.
So like
he's in the WrestleMania, the spirit.
I was like nice and relaxed and yeah, man, like this is good. Yeah, this is good. This is okay, but it's good. Yeah. And suddenly I feel like I'm just hearing all of a sudden Michael Cole is really loud. All of a sudden guys are talking over each other like very clearly.
Right.
Like, right. And then at some point I legitimately thought at one point they had a soundboard for like Michael Cole. Yeah, I'm gonna look at Discord. Hang on. Like I thought they had a sound. I didn't. I was just kidding. But I'm gonna look at it. I thought they had a Michael Cole soundboard because I swear at one point in the night he was just rattling off reactions that did not fit what was going on.
That's hilarious.
David, hang away. I'm gonna give live commentary to this real quick.
Okay.
Chrissy sent me a message. Our friend David wanted her to send this to me.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm nuts about history. Visiting the memorial. Never forget. Oh, wait a minute. It's taking forever to load.
Oh no.
I'm in a Reddit, a subreddit called Nutscapes.
Okay.
Go to a nice landscape, drop your nuts from your pants, and take a pic. Okay, wait. So let's see.
We're stopping the show for this.
Are those actual balls? She's laughing. Anyways, but yeah, the production was off. The audio was off.
And they were missing spots with like Tiffany's entrance with the Barbie Dream House.
God damn it, David.
They sure are.
Thanks, Dave.
Make
sure you subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe. We need the views. The Tiffany Stratton entrance with the Barbie Dream House thing.
Yeah.
Something was super fucked up in that production.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super fucked up.
Like, did it seem like she was stuck in there?
I feel like they were supposed to like pan to like all the other things and then her at the end, but they went to her first.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh fuck! Like I have to like dance or whatever.
I have to start miming,
whatever this whole time, even though I'm supposed to be the fucking last shot." And it's like the same thing with like the Bianca thing. It's like they had her stepdaughter, I guess, but like it looked like her. So it's like, am I looking at her? Oh wait, it's not her. I don't know why. Like there was no explanation. I don't know what's happening. It was just very confusing and it looked fucked up. And they hired the worst fucking double Dutch jumper in the history of fucking jump rope. She fucked up every spot. Every spot she blew.
Who did you ever jump rope?
Well, I'm not a fucking professional goddamn double Dutcher on the goddamn WrestleMania stage. You want to hire somebody to be an asshole, you hire me at WrestleMania.
I don't think
I am fucking jumping rope.
I think you do that for free.
Oh no, if it's their money, I'm getting paid, brother. Fuck. At least getting catering.
Yeah, weird production. I give production a C.
Yeah,
a C. All right, night 2.
Fuck.
That's bad. We said this is gonna be the long haul. I am out of beer though, which is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Night 2.
I will drink this whole thing. This was a JD and Coke, by the way, fellas.
You're gonna be up all night pissing.
No, that's right.
Yeah. Night 2, Easter Sunday, 4/20.
Oh, happy holidays, folks.
Whichever you celebrate.
Yeah.
Opener on night 2, you had Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Triple threat match for the Women's World Championship title. I thought this match started off kind of slow. Great build.
Yep.
Great build. Greater build. Great finish. I feel differently.
I do feel differently.
Yeah.
And only because, well, two things. One, I thought that there were a few spots in here that were very choreographed. Like I thought Rhea was waiting for her at one spot. Like she could have made a fucking sandwich. Like she could have done her taxes. And I know she brings in some income, so like it would have been a while doing them taxes. Before she had to catch EO for a fucking run or whatever the fuck. This match was awesome for the most part. The finish was awesome until they did the same finish 2 matches later.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, what are we doing? This is Mania.
Yeah.
This is the sloppiest fucking WrestleMania weekend I have ever fucking seen ever.
Yeah.
Like, the agents weren't talking to each other. The production team wasn't talking to each other. They fucked over Bailey hardcore. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, that was like, but we haven't gotten there yet.
We haven't gotten there yet.
We haven't gotten there yet.
I will say, we're not there yet. I'll have my assessment at the end. But yeah, good match, great finish. Would have been nice if they didn't do it again later on the show.
Yeah.
But happy Io won it.
Yes, you needed it.
Because if she lost, that would have killed her.
Because at that point, there's NXT. What the fuck?
Send her to the third show, the third top tier brand, not back down too. It's a lateral move now.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself, brother.
Yeah. Because yeah, like just the build up to it was so weird because the build up to the title match was a feud between two people who aren't champion, which buried Io.
Yep.
But I'm glad that the story was sort of like they're not focused on the title. She's ready to compete.
Yep.
She's ready to win. She's ready to retain. So it kind of played out that way. And glad she went over strong. Needed it. I think that's super good for like this puts her in a new class.
I agree.
Yeah. And then match number 2, you had Damian Priest versus Doom Guy.
Bergman says Io with a loss goes to speed. Okay, yeah. I would agree with that.
Yeah. But yeah, Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest with Drew. Here's the thing. I fucking love Doom. If you came to me and you said, "Hey, Kev, WrestleMania, WrestleMania night 2,
totally,
you're the man."
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
How would you feel about dressing up in a Doom costume for your entrance or an ad sponsor spot?
Right.
I would have said, fuck yes.
And
I would have made it the coolest fucking thing.
Totally.
I would have paid to have the dopest gear made, the dopest cosplay entrance gear.
Yep.
I would have come out with the fucking shield.
Oh yeah.
I would have said, you better give me some like hellfire pyro.
Right.
Okay, and you better
some
throw
pentapyro.
Some pent. Yeah, I want at least a third of the pentapyro. Okay, give me at least a third of it. If you don't want to give me a third, give me 1/5.
Right, I'll take anything. Okay?
I'll take a quick boop as long as I can get a quick boop.
Right,
you know, just a little bit of fire.
Katy Perry experienced less pyro. Fucking.
And so like. I would have gone all out. I would have done a whole thing. I would have wore a fucking helmet with the cape. And I would have collaborated and be like, how can we make this the coolest fucking thing?
Right.
Who did Drew McIntyre piss off? Like was this a rib?
He's been... If anyone has a grievance... It's Drew McIntyre.
It's Drew McIntyre.
The man has, like, legitimately has a lot to actually grieve about.
Yeah.
Like, he's been fucked over 30 ways to Sunday. And he's one of the fucking most talented dudes they have.
Yeah.
By far. Which I'm glad they gave him the fucking W.
Yeah. This was one of those matches where a loss for Drew McIntyre ruins his credibility.
Oh, 1,000%.
A loss for Damian Priest, he still has the opportunity to rebound.
Totally.
Because he's not that far along in his career still.
Right.
He's still kind of in that position where the fans are going to rally around him no matter what.
Yep.
He's a good baby face.
He is.
He's a good baby face.
Yeah.
And I think he deserves that response of, hey, you're doing a great job. You're hitting with a certain audience. Like, let's keep this going. A loss is a loss, but it's not the end.
Right.
For Drew McIntyre, this would have killed his credibility.
Yep.
This would have killed any sort of opportunity for anybody to give a shit. So they made him dress like medieval Doom guy, which he did not look thrilled to be part of. But he won.
And is Speed the bad place? Like, is that?
I don't know. Like I've watched some Speed matches, and no joke, they're kind of sick. It reminds me of like mid-90s, like WCW, where you would get these like 5-minute openers, but they would feel like 10 minutes.
I mean, it killed Ricochet. So like, what are we doing?
I mean, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe if somebody learned to cut a better promo. I
could very well see Drew beating Jey Uso for the title.
I think that makes perfect sense.
I think it does. I think it does.
Sense, especially with his hatred for the bloodline.
Right. Exactly. I think that's where they're gonna go.
I hope so.
Give me the pencil. But happy for Drew on this one. The match itself was fine for a hardcore street fight.
Fun. It was fun. Yeah, like I wouldn't really. I hope that they don't do a street fight every year.
Well, I think it was, and I want to give credit where credit's due, and I think it was Amanda Huber who tweeted out, why are these street fights never on the street? And it's like, we had a Hollywood backlot brawl.
Yeah.
Like, we had a street fight on the streets. Bring that back.
Or here's a novel concept. And I know some people would be like, ugh, pre-show. Have a street fight in the middle of the street before the show. It's part of the pre-show.
Yeah, but it's publicity.
Plus, think of the amount of fucking people that are going to be around that.
Hundreds of thousands.
If they did a street fight last year in Philly, literally in the street outside of the arena, huge crowd.
Yeah.
It would have it's a huge crowd because it's Mania, but like you would have had a rabid audience.
You could have got sponsorships from both cheesesteak places. Like you have one fucking wrestler fucking represent Pat's. You get the other one.
I don't think, from everything I'm hearing, Pat's and Geno's, they're not the top tier sandwich.
Oh no,
Philly. No.
Well, Tony Luke went to jail, so for tax evasion.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's in charge.
I've heard some new players in the game have stepped it up.
All right.
But I see what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, because they did what did they do? They did a street fight last year.
They do
right? Yeah, they did a street fight last year. And they did a street because I hope next year it's not like the Bourbon Street Fight.
Wait, is it in the Big Easy?
It's I think it's in New Orleans next year.
Is it? I just saw rumor has it that WrestleMania would be coming to Orlando in 2031. So if that's the case,
yes, they are in New Orleans next year.
Well, that's like the middle ground for us, right?
I know. I'm down to meet up.
That's like halvesies, right?
Yeah. Bergman. Like Bergman Street?
I mean, that's not halvesies for him, but like, just saying, like, let's get a crew.
Let's get a crew.
Let's do that. I've never been to fucking. I got beads.
You got beads. I know somebody who is originally from Louisiana.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, down in that region, as a matter of fact. Goes there quite often. Huh?
Give us a tour.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, honestly, if I was like, hey man, you want to go to WrestleMania? He'd probably be like, sure. But at the very least, you'd be able to hit us up with some cool spots.
All right, so everybody mark calendars. We're gonna come out with like a fucking vacation package or something.
Yeah,
that we can all.
We'll get an Airbnb.
We'll get it. Yeah, we'll split
know?
the costs. Everybody pitching a little bit more for tip. That sort of thing.
Yeah. Dudes hanging out.
Yeah.
Just guys being dudes.
Guys being dudes.
It's a guys being dudes weekend.
I'm here. I mean, my wife's coming, but
she could be a dude. But like in the sense of like we're all.
I mean, she's more manly than some other dudes I've seen. So like, in the fact that like she'll step up to the plate and fucking actually get some shit done.
Yeah.
She rocked some shit the other. I want to give her kudos. Like she rocked some shit the other day, which I'm just like, hell yeah.
I mean, she's the best.
She is. I'm a lucky man.
Christy's also the best.
You're a lucky man.
She's my best.
We're lucky men.
We're very lucky men. Man, you got a great wife. You got kids that are smart as hell.
Dude, I don't understand. I don't fucking know. Wait.
Bergman's saying it is, and that Bourbon Street fight between LA Knight and The Miz is already written in stone. Fuck off. No.
I can't think of a worse time.
He says, wife and I do want to do NOLA. He is a big jazz guy.
He is into jazz. That's right.
Into the jazz.
That's right. And I could eat a beignet.
And yeah, I can, I'll show my titties.
There you go. What's the next match?
Next match. Our boy Dominic Mysterio versus Braun Breaker versus Finn Balor versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship.
This match.
Whew.
Best match of the weekend.
Best match of the weekend.
Best match of the weekend.
The finish?
Even with the finish, because listen, like they did it at match 1. But your boy Dom, if anyone's gonna do it better, it's gonna be your boy Dom.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, the biggest pop of the weekend by miles was the legendary Dom, Hall of Famer,
the living legend. Put him in the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. Put him in the WWE Hall of Fame. If there's a Luchador Hall of Fame, put him in that.
I'm pretty sure he's never worked AAA, but just put him in.
Just put him in there. He'll
put him in.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
There you go. He's a fan.
Organically, somebody on I saw somebody on social media post a side by side of him and Jacob Fatu and sort of pose a question of like, has anybody, at least in recent years, been able to get over so organically as these two have?
No.
And when I say organically, like I don't mean like Jey Uso with the yeet. I'm saying a level of overness that involved no push, no positioning, no corporate machine behind it. I mean, granted, like they're all with a corporate machine behind them.
I mean,
but like,
yeah.
I mean, like Dominic Mysterio, for all intents and purposes, is very much a side character in the Judgment Day. He's still going out there valeting for Liv Morgan. Like,
and not only that, but like the beginning of his career was death.
Yeah.
Like his start of teaming with his dad was fuck you, go away heat.
Yeah.
And he turned that into being the fucking top baby face of the fucking Raw brand.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Good for him.
He has done magnificently. One of the best. Honestly, right now, he is top 4 for me, personally.
Totally.
I think he is, I'd say top 10 hottest acts in wrestling right now.
Oh, yeah. I would say so.
Maybe even top 5.
I think you put him and Liv together as that, and they're definitely top 5.
Definitely top. But like him on his own.
Him on his own is top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10. Liv does that a lot to that, but like he is over as fuck. And he's over as fuck because like, And this is the thing that made him a babyface, was that he never asked to be in the match. He never asked to be in the Intercontinental. He was trying to get his buddy Finn the fucking belt.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get Penta, who was the champion, to come Georgia. Not interested.
Yeah.
And then
he was trying to make moves. He was trying to make moves happen.
He was trying to help everybody else.
Yeah. Help a brother out.
And then Liv was just like, hey, I talked to Pierce and you're in. And he's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought of me.
Yeah.
And that is why he's the greatest.
The thing that also almost won me over immediately with him is the way he carries himself outside of like the WWE bubble.
Oh, yeah.
But like when he's still representing the WWE, whether it's on like Hot Ones,
yeah,
whether it's on the Chris Van Vliet show, whether it's on fucking Logan Paul's dumb show. Like he has a very like I don't give a fuck persona.
Very much so.
And I'm always trying to figure out like how much of that is him working the gimmick, and how much of it is him like as himself.
Did you see the footage after he won the match?
Which one?
Where he took the belt and ran up to Scott Steiner and waved it in his face.
No.
He's backstage at WrestleMania, and he just took Braun's belt, and he's fucking walking by Scott Steiner, and he runs up and fucking waves it in his face to be a dick. It's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. I got it right here. Which the funny part about it is, Braun's not even his kid.
No.
Like, that's always the funny thing is like Braun Breaker gets like all this connection with Scott. Yep. Which, by the way, did you see Braun Breaker cutting the Steiner Math promo?
Oh, fucking tremendous.
Tremendous. Amazing. I'm surprised he remembered that much. But like he always gets attached to Scott. I mean, maybe Rick shouldn't be, showing up places.
Yeah, no, he's not looked upon fondly.
No. But yeah, no, Dominic's great. Over no matter what he does. So happy that he's got this shot. Him and Jacob Fatu. I think him and Jacob Fatu were the two moments. Those were the top two moments for me. I think the 4-way and the women's triple threat are the top two matches for me for the weekend.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I would think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Bergman says here that the AAA Hall of Fame, out of the 22 inductees, only 4 luchadors are still alive.
It's Ray, Octagon, Psychosis, and okay.
And soon to be Dom Mysterio.
Just put him in there. Match number 4, you have the Open Challenge with Randy Orton.
Oh yes,
being answered by Joe Hendry, TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
That's right.
Big fucking pop, man.
Big pop. This is as a casual.
Yeah.
Like I know of Joe Hendry.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a match. I know that he does songs. I know people like his entrance.
Mm-hmm.
I did see his shirt at the Goodwill once. And I was like, oh, I only get wrestling shirts. All the wrestling shirts you see me wear are secondhand finds.
Yeah. Which fucking hey, man.
Right.
Get that shit.
So, but it was a white shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And as a man, I'm just like, this is the one and done if I buy this, So I passed on the Joe Hendry.
Mm-hmm.
But massively over.
He's a guy. To me, Joe Hendry is the opposite of LA Knight. And that I don't like it. Well, no, maybe that's not even the right thing. Right thing to say. I don't get it, but I understand it.
Okay.
I understand why he's over. I understand why the crowd likes him. I understand why he has the attraction that he does. LA Knight, I ain't got any of that. Am I a fan of Joe Hendry? Not really. Much like LA Knight. Not a fan.
You don't believe in Joe Hendry?
I believe in Joe Hendry, though.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe in it because I hear the crowd reaction everywhere he goes, and motherfucker, that reaction at WrestleMania, to where even Randy Orton was like, "God damn!"
Like people know who this guy is. Like Randy was shocked.
It's a 3-minute fucking match,
right?
And the crowd ate it up.
Well, as somebody who doesn't know anything, I'm like, okay, well, this is a good faith TNA thing.
Oh, very much so too.
That's what I thought. I was just like, oh, that's swell of them to do. But when I heard the pop, I was like, oh, well, fuck me. What do I know?
They are going to scoop him up.
Oh, instantly.
The moment he's available.
Instantly.
And honestly, I would not be surprised if they try to buy out his contract.
That, or he'll just end up working the shows anyway until his contract is up, because that's what they'll do. They'll be like, we need him. Yeah. And TNA's going to be like, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Who are you going to send us? A lot of people from our third brand.
Yeah, your brand. Yeah, we'll send you Trick Williams.
Yeah, sure. Trick's over.
He's over. He ain't Randy Orton.
Who the fuck is? You know?
Saying.
So fun little match, you know. A nice moment.
Yes, indeed.
Nice moment for all involved. Randy Orton, though, with the throwback color on his gear.
Oh, it was lovely.
Nice touch.
Very nice.
After that, you got Logan Paul going up against AJ Styles.
This is where the show died.
This is where I was done.
This fucking sucked. To have a goddamn bad match with AJ motherfucking Styles. Who the fuck are you?
How dare you?
How fucking dare you? You have to try to sabotage a match with AJ Styles. The man's fucking incapable of having a... We've seen the man in person. He's fucking incapable of having a bad match.
Yeah.
This fucking sucked. It's terrible.
And that guy fucked up the spot going into the prime bottles. Did you notice that?
I didn't know who he was.
I didn't either.
I thought a fan jumped the barricade.
I didn't know who it was because Pat McAfee and Michael Cole would not shut the fuck up for 2 goddamn minutes. And can we please get Pat McAfee off the fucking call? He does nothing for the product. He only cares about himself getting over. He adds nothing to the matches. He's a distraction. Knock it the fuck off.
Oh, he might be taking a couple weeks off. That's Raw's
gimmick. Because of the what?
Something happened on Raw. We'll get to.
Oh, brother. I was wondering if that was a call on the fly.
Well, we'll see what happens.
We'll talk about that. We're going long tonight, man.
Yeah, we are.
Love this. Bad match.
Yep.
But I'm not saying that because I have a high disdain for Logan Paul. I'm saying that because it was a bad match and it does absolutely nothing for anybody. It does nothing for AJ to lose to Logan Paul. And I don't buy into Logan Paul being the type of person who can carry the company. So what are we going to do with him?
It becomes more and more evident that like he at best, at the fucking very best, Logan Paul is a decent hand. He's a
decent hand who can take direction because he sure as fuck can carry a match.
No, he cannot carry a match, but he can listen.
He can listen. And actually, he can't carry a match and he can't cut a fucking promo.
No, he cannot cut a promo.
You would think that a guy like him, who's always on the mic, always showboating, could, and I'm not talking about like this, oh, well, like that's his character. No,
he gets booed because he's a shitty human being.
Yeah, he gets booed because he's a shitty human being. He gets booed because he's a bad wrestler. He gets booed because he can't cut a promo. And like, I don't want to hear like the whole like, well, he's doing all that stuff. He's trying to like overdo it. No, it's fucking bad. It's low hanging fruit. And he needs to go to promo class.
Well, where's it going, Bergman? I've been drunk half these episodes, so I don't understand.
Bergman took the pencil.
Oh,
and he made a prediction.
Okay.
That Logan takes the belt off of Jay. Right? Was that right, Bergman? Logan gets the strap.
Unfortunately, I can see it.
I can see it too.
The thing is with Jay is the type of champion almost anybody can take it from.
I was gonna say he's the type of champion that anybody can beat.
Anybody can listen. He can get blown up doing yeeting, and everybody's got an out. You know, I was blown up, brother. I won't tell you.
Yeah,
selling them t-shirts. Shitty fucking match though. Shitty match.
It slowed everything down.
I think this is where we have to take it. With the Money in the Bank.
The Money in the Bank cash in, yeah.
I could absolutely see that. I want to take a moment here. We got to take a pause.
Yeah.
Because we have to talk about the Karrion Kross segment post WrestleMania.
Right. Because Kross did get involved in the match.
He did get involved. He tried to get brass knucks. Whatever story they were trying to fucking tell did not come across well at all.
I thought it did.
Okay.
Because if you've been following Karrion Kross's storyline for the past couple of months, he has been trying to corrupt people. People who are kind of like on the down and out or on the, the downswing, and say like, hey, you could get to where you want to be, but you got to do this.
Right.
But here's the stuff that sometimes the wrong thing to do is the right thing to do.
He's trying to do some fucking Palpatine shit,
He's kind of like the devil on the shoulder. The devil is better than the one you don't. But like they did, he flipped the New Day heel.
Yep.
He tried getting Sammy.
Yep.
And it didn't work. And because he didn't get Sammy lost, which is what they played into.
Yeah.
He's been trying to get AJ. AJ wouldn't listen to him. Karrion Kross stopped fucknuts from throwing the Nux in the ring. Then he tried to give him to AJ. AJ said no, threw him on the ground, and then got his ass beat.
Yep.
And then the promo.
So Karrion Kross and his wife,
Scarlett,
whoever,
Scarlett. Yeah.
Went on Sam Roberts' show and acted like they were shooting, but cut the most fucking promo, like fucking bullshit shoot promo.
Yeah.
That you could. However, out of WrestleMania weekend, that's all anyone was talking about. Was fucking Karrion Kross coming out of WrestleMania weekend. Good for that man. Good for him. That is taking a fucking opportunity right there.
And I think this is where we're going to get the Karrion Kross everybody expected they would get or thought they would get when they signed Killer Kross a couple years back.
Yeah.
Because like, the dude's got one of those gimmicks that is it's an acquired taste for some people. It's a bit out of the box, sometimes a little bit too out of the box. Sometimes you really have to wrap your head around what he's doing and think a little bit too hard. But I think it's one of those things where he wants you to come along for the ride.
Right.
And if you actually like kind of follow a lot of the stuff that he's been doing, whether in or out of the ring, like there's a story there. There's a through line.
Oh yeah, there definitely
Like
is.
at the very least, he's got consistency. At the very least, he's got continuity. So I do hope that from this point, people start to take notice. People start to recognize him a little bit more, and he can get something a little bit more of substance to do going forward. I would like to see him versus Aleister Black when he comes back.
I think Aleister Black plays a huge part in his angle when he does come in.
Yeah.
Bergman here then Clash the Champions in the Saudi show. It's where you get Cena versus Paul.
I can 100% see that happening.
I can see that happening, and it's a Saudi show, so I won't watch it.
So I will not watch it either.
So that is fine.
That's that. But yeah. But that was Logan Paul, AJ Styles. The next match on the show, semi-main, Lyra Valkyria and not Bailey. Lyra and a surprise return from Becky Lynch versus the team of Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship.
I'm going to put this on the screen.
Yep.
I'm going to throw the fucking ticker back up, for God's sakes. All y'all, we fucking told you. Becky Lynch says she's done with wrestling. She'll be back in a week. And sure as fucking shit, if she was not back within the goddamn week. Bird of and that's yeah, okay. The Valkyrie entrance. This is where I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. It's one thing to have your entrance doing the bird thing, fine. It's another thing to stand like a fucking goon on the entrance ramp waiting for your mystery partner and then to bird hug her when she finally fucking gets to the ring down the fucking 2-mile ramp.
It was so fucking good.
She fucking bird hugged her.
But had it been her and Bailey, huge pop, because then you got an official bird hug because you got the bird and the hugger. They would have done that. I would have called like bird hug at WrestleMania.
It only would have been better if Bailey came out as a tube man. If Bailey came out as a tube man and hugged her, going back to tubes. Yeah, why didn't you tell her about the bird hug?
Man, I was high.
Christy, it was a 12-hour show. Okay? A lot of things happened.
So much happened.
So many things happened. Fucking heartbroken for Bailey. Holy shit.
This to me made no fucking sense.
And it made even fucking less sense after Raw.
Less sense after Raw. Like
horse shit.
And I'm going to spoil a little bit of Raw before we get into that. You mean to tell me that we took a feud of Roxanne Perez and Bailey and said, okay, we're done with that. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Only to do Bailey and Lyra and go, we're going to team you guys up because you're going to bury the entire women's tag division to wrestle together at WrestleMania against the current women's tag champs.
Yep.
And then Bailey, we're not going to use you because this is going to be a vehicle for Becky's return.
Yep.
Oh, and then Lyra, you're not actually going to be tag champions for more than 24 hours because you're dropping the titles the next night on Raw. And
because we got to
turn
a heel. Yep.
So we somehow got from Roxanne Perez and Bailey having this wonderful feud that's really going to help kickstart Roxanne and give something interesting and new for Bailey to do. Kind of like the old guard versus the new guard coming in. A great transition. we somehow went from that to Becky Lynch going heel. No fucking sense. No fucking sense. And if you want to have Becky be part of the Dangerous Alliance, have her be part of the Dangerous Alliance. That's fine. Don't kill 3 fucking feud opportunities because of it.
I argue. Bailey or Becky Lynch's return would have been 10,000 times more impactful on Raw.
Yes. The Raw after Mania.
The Raw after Mania. Because oh my God, this is what I'm talking about. This is the inner turmoil in the fucking company. Somebody booked that shit. Yeah. Somebody booked that shit at Mania, and at Raw, they're like, no, fuck you. If that was the plan the whole time, then whoever booked Mania is fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells me somebody is fucking stupid and somebody isn't.
And do you want to know something?
The
moment I read about that happening, I go, oh, much like the production looking very much like it's being done by Kevin Dunn, I said, this is a Vince McMahon booking. This is 100% a Vince McMahon booking.
Mm-hmm.
From start to finish. Which then made me go, is there some involvement that we're not being told? Because
I find it very hard to believe.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard to believe that at some point between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania, there wasn't a family dinner. There wasn't a cookout.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a birthday.
It wasn't a Department of Education hearing.
Department of Education, yeah, a book burning. I don't know what they do.
MAGA convention.
It's not like they don't have each other's numbers,
right?
Okay, guys. Like it's not
like Christmas cards.
It's not like Vince isn't texting Paul 5 times a day, being like, "What are you guys doing with Seth?" Right. Like, you fucking know that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether Paul's answering or not is kind of the question. It's WrestleMania.
Yeah, it goes to what Bergman was actually talking about earlier. TKO's got the bag.
Yeah,
they don't care about quality anymore.
Nope.
What they bought was Vince McMahon's WWE.
Yeah.
Which means what they wanted was Vince McMahon's WWE.
Yeah.
What are the odds that the reason last year was so good was because they said, Paul, Trips, do what you need to do to really engage the fans.
Right.
Really get them going, really get things cooking, really get a lot of fervor and a lot of energy and a lot of interest behind the product.
Right.
Because once we get this Netflix deal, we'll have them and they won't be able to get out.
No.
And now what we're getting is very much a return to the old ways of doing things.
Yep.
It's shit booking. It's shit presentation. It's focused on the celebrities outside of the business looking in.
Mm-hmm.
It's focused on doing fucking shit where you're having your workers come down in dumb outfits because they're the ad sponsor mascot.
Or they got to sell a fucking trading card.
Like, you can't tell me there's nothing going on in there.
There's something.
There's something going on there. The product has been weird. The product has been off. This is, as we mentioned before, this was one of the sloppiest WrestleMania built. No, take that back. This is one of the worst, if not the worst WrestleMania build, and one of the sloppiest WrestleManias in a very long time.
It was not good.
It was not good overall. The more I thought about it and actually looked at it, like, from a number of different perspectives, the only thing I came back to was this was bad.
Yeah. And we kind of talked about it. Like, last year's was so good that, like, obviously this one was going to be not.
There's no reason why this year's Mania shouldn't have been as good, if not better than last year. No reason.
I mean, I absolutely agree with you. But there were certain steps taken to purposely disappoint the fans.
Which we can get into right now.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Main event. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Undisputed WWE Championship. John Cena going for his 17th.
One of the worst main events ever.
Fuck this match.
This match sucked. Was horrible. Was boring.
Lazy, sloppy, boring. John Cena. I couldn't tell you a moment where I didn't see John Cena calling a spot.
Oh, he was fucking screaming spots. Screaming spots.
Like they should have given him a mic.
Might as well.
It came across like, obviously, to the camera. He should have just looked and said, I'm going to punch him again. Like, clear as day calling spots.
Clear as day calling spots. I will say, the only thing I enjoyed about this match was John Cena's acting. Be honest. Like, his over cockiness, and then finally when it got to the point where, like, he was like, oh shit, like, I don't really necessarily have this in the bag like I thought I did. You, like, visually watching his expressions and stuff like that, most enjoyable part of the match by far. This match sucked. It was dog shit. It was boring. It was slow. No one got over. Everyone is worse off for it happening. Worst of all, you fucking destroyed the credibility of your product, of your champion, of your fucking whole industry for this fucking clown Travis Scott to come down, blatantly interfere in a main event match that's not a no disqualification match with no repercussion whatsoever. And the most egregious thing by far was the fact that there was a goddamn ref bump and we did not see Charles Robinson sprinting to the fucking ring like a madman down that ramp. As soon as that ref took a bump, I'm like, oh my God, here comes Charles.
Here comes Chuck.
He's doing it again.
Yeah.
He's doing it again.
We didn't get that.
We did not get it. Fuck this match.
I truly believe that this match hurt Cody more than it helped John Cena.
100%. 100%. Bergman saying this was more like a WrestleMania 7 or 8 style match. I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
It would, but it
didn't work, brother.
It didn't work. It didn't work for me. I don't think it worked for any of the fans.
I mean, they were tired.
Yeah.
And
Cody Rhodes was crawling to the ropes and legitimately almost crawled out of Cena's STF. It was like it was like when you take like an inflatable tube in a pool and you put it like around a little kid's head,
and
he just kind of like pencils and just jumps up and down.
Yeah.
And like kind of going boop, like there was a mile in between his arms.
Like, which there always is.
But I have never seen it that bad.
Well, because his arms are as small as they've ever been.
But like legitimately, Cody was crawling out of the move. The picture I put on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Cody's selling. There's nothing happening there.
Just a bunch of light.
I'm like, dude, you're a fucking wrestler. Lock it in. And I'm going to talk about this too, because I've seen a lot of the reactions online. And I think a big issue that a lot of people had with it was, where the fuck was Dwayne?
He couldn't be bothered. Homie showed up at Elimination Chamber and was like, my work here is done. What?
What the fuck are we doing?
What is this horse shit about stealing a soul? And you don't even show up with a cursed tiki at Mania. Like, what the fuck are we doing? You can't
fucking be bothered to show up to your own goddamn product?
This is terrible.
This
is unforgivable.
You have one of the biggest moments in WWE history happen 2 months ago, where it's the new guard of the WWE, The Rock and John Cena, heels teaming up to overtake the entire business. John's going to get his last run with glory. The Rock is going to get the stuff that he wants. And what you give us is Travis fucking Scott.
And the worst part was, when Travis Scott came out, everyone was expecting The Rock.
Yeah.
To follow, just like at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And when Homie kept walking, I'm like, did he miss his mark? I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
And it wasn't even that he didn't show up. It was like, we got nothing to continue that story.
So listen, I'm going to say this up front. I don't have any sources.
Right.
But I heard some things.
Oh.
Oh,
okay. A backstage source told you.
Yeah. Apparently from what around the old water cooler, as it were, up the grapevine or whatever. The John Cena heel turn was supposed to be at Mania.
That makes sense.
But however, The Rock realized, oh, I can't be at Mania. And I want to be there as part of the Cena turn. So they pushed it up to Elimination Chamber, which makes sense why they had fucking nothing for a heel John Cena to say to Cody Rhodes for fucking 8 fucking weeks leading up. Because it was supposed to be babyface Cena and babyface fucking Cody Rhodes going back and forth over the 17 championship, leading up to a heel John Cena turn, just like the fucking Vince McMahon Austin thing. It was supposed to be a rehash of that at Mania, but fucking Dwayne couldn't be bothered.
I love that theory.
Yeah.
Because that theory makes sense. And honestly, John Cena turning at WrestleMania makes way more sense.
It's such a fucking better story.
You could have done the same exact match, minus the giant gap in the STF and all the visible calling of the spots.
Right.
You could have done the same match.
But then is it a John Cena match?
No, hang on.
Okay.
I'm saying is you could have done that same exact match with that finish. Top tier moment in WWE history.
1000%.
Makes the match better.
Yep.
Makes the moment better.
Mm-hmm.
Makes John Cena's last title run mean so much more.
Yep.
Because all we got leading up to this match was promos because one of the guys couldn't make it to the show or one of the guys couldn't meet travel.
Yep.
Or promos back and forth, and then Cody Rhodes laying out John Cena. There was no build.
Nothing.
There was no interest.
Nothing.
There was guys arguing for the sake of arguing. And I don't know if you saw The Rock's response to one of the guys on Busted Open Radio.
I saw something, and I mean, if you've got it, go ahead.
I've got it up. Yeah. So
basically,
how can I say the guy's name? Dave LaGreca,
mm-hmm.
who is one of the hosts on Busted Open Radio, gave a passionate rant going off on that match, the angle, the show, The Rock in general. Fiery, passionate, a little aggressive. There was like one point where I was like, "Oh, brother, ease up. We already got their money."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, let's soften it up a little bit. But the more I listened to him rant, the more I realized, oh shit, he's saying everything that I'm thinking.
Right.
He's just yelling at it. Where I'm just like, yeah, this is kind of how I feel.
Right.
And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend go check it out just so you can kind of see the context for the interaction that followed. But The Rock on what appears to be Instagram responded to Dave saying, "Hi, Dave. The business is a complete work. Always has been, always will be. Every aspect of it. Every match, every interview. Please join me, Cody, Cena, Brian," assuming it's Brian Gwirtz.
Yep.
"And the rest of us for our creative discussions so you can expand your span your perspectives. Until then, stop ranting. It's not healthy, my friend. Enjoy the show. P.S. Tell Bubba I've got Grand Marnier and hush puppies for all of us." Go fuck yourself, Dwayne.
Go eat all the dicks.
That is how, and I posted this on Twitter earlier. That is how you lose your audience.
Mm-hmm.
That is how you piss people off.
Yep.
Believe it or not, people are passionate about the things that they invest in. People are passionate about the things that they buy. They're passionate about their hobbies, their interests. And it's one thing to be like, the guy I wanted to win didn't win. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Okay. It's one thing to be like that. It's another, and then it's another thing to be like, I have invested time, money, and energy into appreciating this product. I like it. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. You just pulled the rug you just pulled the rug away from everybody who gave a shit.
Yeah. Totally.
Because, and like, this is one of the things I've been very big on lately is, hey, the rules have been established. If you don't adhere to them, what are you doing? Because you set these rules. The WWE gave us a storyline that hasn't gone anywhere, hasn't been interesting, hasn't been fun. And then the moment where you can turn all of that around and do something really cool, do something very memorable, you give us Travis fucking Scott.
Another commercial. They gave us
another goddamn commercial and another goddamn fucking WrestleMania theme song I have to hear again and again and again and again. And then I got to hear it for another 15 fucking minutes because the guy's so goddamn high, he's taking his time to get to the fucking ring. Fans are passionate. They want to know that their investment is going somewhere. And if your goal is to give us a little tease and then push it aside, you're going to get negative reactions.
I will say I was very disappointed that Travis Scott didn't get up on that apron and smudge Cody's eyes with sage. Little sage in the eyes.
Oh my god, damn it! That would have been so fucking good.
That would have been worth it.
Also, real quick, kudos to Cody, professional.
Yeah,
gave a nice little crossroads. Very safe, very cozy. Listen, once they started talking about it on commentary, I was just like, who fucking cares about the slap?
Here's the thing: is when Travis Scott came out, I was so fucking excited because Cody was going to get his receipt.
Right.
I was like, here it fucking comes. This is your moment, brother. Like, I'm a guy who is a big fan of returning receipts. Okay.
Right. Oh,
I'm a big fan of that.
Yes.
When Wade Barrett on commentary says there's a receipt coming for Travis Scott, I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's going to happen. And you just ruined everything.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see, and it didn't have to be much of anything, because Travis Scott's not a worker.
No.
So you just give him a little potato.
Yeah.
A safe one, but a potato. Everyone's happy.
Have him set up a table, then put him through the table.
Something.
Fucking Shaq went through a table, for God's sake.
Just have Cody throw a chair at him.
Yeah, Sabu style.
Which, if you didn't see fucking Sabu's last match, holy fuck.
Fuck me, dude.
Homie was going out in a blaze of glory.
You ever see, there's that video from the behind the scenes filming of The Joker, where it's just like the stunt guy being flung across the street dressed as the Joker.
Oh, I haven't seen it. No,
you have to check it out. But like, that's what I kind of thought of when I saw Sabu going flying to the outside
through fucking barbed wire.
Yeah,
fucking madman. All right, back to Bergman's comment. Rock slides in the belt same way Heyman does with the chair. Both reach down. Cena kicks him in the balls. Belt shot 3. I love it.
That is a million times better than
million times better. Million times better.
All right, it's late.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, we're gonna call. I'd say we're gonna call. God damn it. Let's call it here. Let's circle back to the Raw afterwards at another point.
Yeah.
Overall, rate the show. Both nights combined.
It's a C.
I originally gave it a B. I'm gonna give it a B minus. And
I'll give it a C
being
plus.
Nice. A C plus.
I'll give a C plus. There were some things that were good. Most of it was an advertisement.
Yeah.
Most of it was a fucking drawn out. There was like most of the matches could have happened on Raw or SmackDown.
True.
There was nothing.
Yeah.
There was no moment that I can point to like the Seth Rollins RKO. There's nothing that's going to make the highlight reel.
Yeah.
From this WrestleMania.
There's gonna be a few things.
Well, for history's sake. For history's sake.
Yeah. If I actually paid for Peacock, I would have said I did not get my money's worth. But because I don't pay for Peacock, B minus.
There you have it, folks.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna circle back. More wrestling talk, maybe next week, maybe sometime before then. But in the meantime, help us out and help yourself out by hitting that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of the show, if you had a favorite match, or how you felt about Dwayne not showing up to work. We'll respond and talk about it here. I do have a pitch real quick before we go.
Okay.
Because
where in the world is Dwayne?
Where in the world is Dwayne? We could do that actually, but it's been a lot of wrestling talk lately.
Sure has been.
And with WrestleMania now over, we still got to do the Raw afterwards.
Yeah.
But how would you feel about next week? We do a little bit of best and worst comments from audiences.
You just want to poke the bear.
I do.
You're just
well, I think it's fun to kind of go through comments and talk about them.
I mean, I'm down. I'm down to clown.
That's a show that writes itself, my friend.
It sure is. So so if you want to hear about some people talking shit about us and what we have to say,
and all the shit we're gonna talk about them,
tune in next week, folks. But for this week, I've been Jason X.
I'm Kevin Graham, and I'm tired.
Oh, fuck, I'm so tired. I am so fucking tired.
Yeah.
But it's been your show.
Peace.